Oh, Esau, the destroyer of the earth, part
Yeah.
one, deforestation.
Oh, I gotta edit. I gotta edit
Okay.
the thing. Give me a second. Oh man, hold on, bro. Okay.
Oh, Salakia brothers had to light an incense.
It's all good, man. Give me a second. Trying to find it. Shit. All right. Hey, we live, brother.
Con.
Open this up. It's on you, brother.
Me?
Yeah, brother. It's on you. Open this up, bro.
Okay, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha, Rakakwadash. Double honors and blessings for the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings for the elect of the nation of Israel. We're GMS Hawaii. My name is Arya Al Yahawada, brother uh, Gabar Yahawada.
Con,
Can
hey.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clear. Loud and clear, bro.
Oh, okay, Khan. And brother Kahana La, GMS Hawaii. So this lesson is going to be based on, as you see the title, Esau, Destroyer of the Earth, Part 1, Deforestation. Now, Lord willing, what I would like to do in the future, Lord willing, uh, make a Part 2, Esau, Destroyer of the Earth, the Ocean, and as I said, Lord willing, Part 3, dealing with the air and the earth. Okay, so and of course, if you brothers have any precepts or comments you want to bring out, just jump in.
Brother.
Deforestation. This is the definition of deforestation. Forest clearance uh, is the removal of a forest or stand of trees from land that is then converted to non-forest use. Deforestation can involve conversion of forest land to farms or urban use. So basically, deforestation is the removal of trees, the cutting down of trees. That's the simple definition of it. The cutting down of trees. Okay. And it's a big business. I did a lot of research on this, but first I want to start off with a precept. First precept. Okay. This is the book of Job, chapter 9
What's going on?
and verse 24. Oops, Salakia. Job 9 and verse 24. Job 9:24. Familiar precept. Nonetheless, I'm gonna read it. It's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and we know who the wicked is. The wicked is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? So the earth is given in his hand. So Yahweh Bashem Shai is allowing him to do what he wants, pretty much with the earth, with limitations, of course. And one of the things this wicked devil does is deforestation. He chops down trees and uses that land that he chops the trees down from to make money, to create, as I said, deforestation, the clearance and the removal of trees from land that is then converted to non-forest use, building, businesses, and things of that nature. But there's negatives that come from chopping down trees, because I have 5 reasons we need trees. 5 reasons that we need trees: purify the air, combat climate change. Uh, trees are is housing for millions of species that protect us from diseases. Birds, insects, and things of that nature. Um, trees also cool our streets and cities, and trees protect against floods and water pollution. And number 5, it says ease the mind during stressful times. When you're feeling stressed out, you take a walk to the beach, to the park, and enjoy the trees, cool breezes. If you want to, have a picnic or whatever, you sit up under a tree and enjoy that cool breeze. Now, I have some other information I want to bring out too. It says to show how many trees this devil cuts down. It says the most recent estimate suggests that approximately 15 billion trees are cut down yearly. 15 billion with a B. So this devil, you know, he cuts down a lot of trees. That's part of his wickedness. You know, it says 41 million trees per day in the United States are cut down. See, so this devil is busy, and that's part of his wicked nature, because Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and we know, as I said, we know who the wicked is: Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Um, it says a
Yeah.
new, huh?
No, go ahead. I was gonna make a point. Go ahead, brother.
It says because I got a lot of information, so Salakia, if I'm like sounds like I'm
Yeah.
rambling.
So let me make a quick point. You got
Hmm.
like the brother was speaking about different ecosystems that Esau destroys.
Hmm.
Destroying trees, and that's what this man does. Man, he's basically the destroyer of life. You
Hmm.
know, things for a reason. Like a lot of Jake get a lot of allergies, and a lot of these allergies are caused by all male trees. So they don't
Mm.
they purposely cut down female trees so that they could it won't bear any fruit, or it won't bear anything that's a necessity to the people. But mind you,
Mm.
this devil, he's over us, and this man wants to rule us in every aspect. The most people, the average people know about trees, maybe like photosynthesis, or maybe like the fact that it exchanges carbon dioxide and make it into it takes carbon dioxide and then make it into oxygen which we breathe.
God.
The Amazon forest, or the Amazon rainforest, okay, which is a densely populated forest on the northern portion of Brazil. It gives the vast majority of the oxygen to the people in plant life and animals and humans on Earth. Yeah?
Hmm.
At the same time, this man is doing what? He's destroying that. Not saying oxygen is running out, but the point of the matter is that plants and trees have a purpose. It's an ecosystem for a
God.
reason. I had a
God.
real quick precept. This is Isaiah chapter 14, and it says verse 6. Let me make sure it's showing. Yep. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continued stroke. I'll start at 5. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continued stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger and persecuted and none hindered. Is persecuted and none hindered, right? Because this man's rulership, you can tell that he ruled in anger. Not only did he rule the nations in anger, but he also was a violent enemy unto the things in what the Lord created, his creations, all his creation. And he ruled it like a man that was one running out of time, like a man that was just angry at the world. In reality, he's angry at Yahweh Shema Shai because he hasn't been given the blessing. So it
Mm-hmm.
says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth and singing, right? Because when this man goes down, the whole earth is going to be at rest because the only place that's going to be getting built up, being fortified is the, the nation of Israel, starting with the people, then even to our land.
Mm-hmm.
So all the rest of the world is going to go back to its natural state, man. All these places with cities and concrete all over the place, it's going to be overrun by forests, by animals, by all of that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it only took like 100 years for certain portions of South America to be overcome by the forest, man. It don't take that long. So it says the whole earth is at rest and it's quiet, right? Because we ain't gonna be destroying the earth in that manner. Like, yeah, you get wood for a reason, but even in our kingdom, wood's gonna be replaced, with iron, steel, and we're gonna have wood, but it ain't gonna be on a level in which we just constantly destroying trees so that we can make. Because what Esau does beyond the lumber, beyond the wood business, he just making room. He just cutting down land so that he can make room like for a new condo or a new
Time.
resort or a new golf course. So it said
Mm-hmm.
the whole earth is at rest and quiet. They break forth and singing. Yeah, the fir trees, just the point. Verse 8, Isaiah 14 and 8. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us, man. And when
Mm-hmm.
you look up that term for feller, you look up that term for feller, Salakia. You look up that term for feller, all right, it says, yep, the Hebrew word there is karat, right? And the definition for that is, it says to cut off, to cut down, to cut a body off, to cut, to eliminate, to kill, you know, to make a covenant, to cut, to fail. And these are really the lumberjacks, the
Time.
different lumberjacks that they hire to do his bidding. So, yeah, that's how I want to make that. You got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Because in the definition, in the complete definition of deforestation, it says forest clearance, the removal of a forest or stand of trees from land that is then converted to non-forest use. Deforestation can involve conversion of forest land to farms or urban use. Urban use meaning buildings, uh, condominiums, and things of that nature. I have another precept here I want to get real quick. This is Psalms chapter 28 and verse Psalms chapter 28 and I believe it's verse 5. Salakia, this all this is kind of new to me, this computer stuff. Psalms 28 verse 5, which reads, is that the one? Oh, yeah. Psalms 28, verse 5. Because they regard not the works of the Lord Yahweh, nor the operation of his hands, he shall destroy them and not build them up. So Esau, he doesn't regard something like trees that Yahweh Bashim Hashai has built. It says, nor the operation of his hands, because he's anti he's anti Yahweh Bashim Hashai. So anything Yahweh Bashem Hashai is built uh and whatnot, Esau is against that. You know, he's against trees. He's against oceans, and that's why he's destroying these things because that's his nature. You know.
That's right. And I got
Oh,
a quick
Yeah,
preset for you.
yeah, he's
mhm.
anti life, man.
Anti-life. That's
And the
right.
Most High and his son are for life, man.
That's right. That's right.
Esau
Con.
anti life. You got it,
And I have this is Saint John chapter 10 and verse 10. It says, "The thief cometh not but to steal or to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly." And like the brother is going into, Esau, he's in charge of the earth right now. And what is he doing with the earth? He's, polluting it, destroying it. Everything that the Lord said to be good, Esau is destroying it, man, and building
Hmm.
this society the way he wants to, with all this damn concrete, a bunch of radioactive, materials or cancerous materials, all that, man. The brother,
Hmm.
you were mentioning how trees have a lot of benefits. I pulled up a website right here that says 18 health benefits of trees and forests, and then it says if you brothers want to go into one of them in particular, you just let me know. I'll read it for you. But I'm just gonna read, the benefits. It says all trees are happy trees. Trees remove air pollution, which we spoke about.
Hmm.
Trees reduce the urban heat island effect. Trees promote a strong economy. And if you brothers, notice, everywhere where Jake lives, there's no trees, there's no greenery. Everything is fucking dead. It's just like,
That's
you
right.
know,
You know.
Esau don't maintain the neighborhoods where Jake lives nice with trees and anything. But where Esau lives and these heathen nations that have money, you go on the streets, man, and they have, greenery everywhere. It looks real nice and lush, the trees, you know? So
Hmm.
it promotes a strong economy. So it lets you know that, okay, when there's greenery out in the streets and it's nice, pretty much Esau lives here,
Yeah,
Hmm.
because
like Slovakia, like during the time of the Babylonians, they had something called the hanging trees of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Where they did something with the foliage, and it would hang off of buildings and let it grow a certain way. You know, and that's also like the brother was saying. It help. It shows that the economy is good or healthy because what does trees do? Trees they emulate health. You all brothers know you get sick, you go to the herbs. You know, you want to eat a healthier portion in this world. You go to the herbs. Before we started eating meat, as the sons of power, we were eating a lot of vegetation, man. You know,
God.
so again, these are things that is there's a word I'm trying to look for, but I can't come up with it right now. But the trees symbolize life. That's the point. You got it.
God.
and check these out. These are pretty interesting. It says trees can improve children's attention and test scores. Trees can
Wow.
help us recover from illness.
Yeah,
Uh,
even like a lot of people that got mental health issues. One of the one of the one of the key things to use to kind of balance them out is to take them to somewhere like where there's a lot of trees and flowers at. You know, for
Mm.
some odd reason, take those nature walks. And I don't know, brothers old enough, obviously we are. We know, me and the brother Ariel, when we were kids, we used to go out and play. And if there was a
Yeah.
water area or a creek area, Jake would be all up in and out of that, man.
That's
You
right.
know,
That's right.
yeah,
Because
we
I
would,
man.
remember
yeah,
Slovakia. I remember growing up in the projects, growing up in Duncan projects. There was no trees in our projects. There was I don't recall any trees. If you wanted to enjoy trees in the park, we had a park called Lincoln Park right across the street, directly across the street. So if you wanted to play on grass and enjoy a cool breeze of the trees, and there was a lake where you can go fishing and whatnot, you had to go across the street. But in the projects, man, we ain't have no trees in the projects at all.
Con
You
and
know?
and and Esau knows this, man. That's why
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
keeps his areas, well manicured with trees and pretty much
Hmm.
life. The elder mentioned that trees are symbolic of life, man.
Yeah.
That's why Yahushua is called what, the tree of life.
Hmm.
Why? Because this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is life, man. But look, check this out. It says trees can help us recover from illness. It says, in fact, studies have found that just 3 to 5 minutes spent looking at nature can help reduce anger, anxiety, pain, inducing relaxation. And this is
Wow.
what a lot of the people in the world are suffering from, man. Anger, anxiety, pain.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do they seek for to help, ease the pain of these things? Drugs, wickedness. They
Mm-hmm.
go to clubs, they go to whatever. And these are all things that Esau has strategically put out into society for what? For profit, man.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You know?
self-destructive behavior. His nigga,
That's
he
right.
made self-destructive behavior the new coping mechanism. You
That's
know,
right.
I had a precept, brother. Real quick, this is Leviticus chapter 19. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 9. It's called the sundry laws. It says, "When ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of the field, neither shalt thou gather the gleaning of thy harvest." I just want to see what that says in NLT. It says, "When you harvest the crops of your land, do not harvest the grain along the edges of your fields. Do not pick up what the harvesters drop." Remind you, we had whether you're picking up the field or even trees, because trees are in the field. And you back in the day, you used to have trees with fruit on it, man. So if the tree dropped the fruit, you supposed to leave it there. You know why? Because somebody else could come get it, brother that or sister that was poor could come get it, and they have something to eat, and then
Mm-hmm.
it also go back into the land. So it's like even when we glean the harvests, let's say you had a grain harvest, right? You don't take the whole harvest up. You got to leave the edges about. And why are we doing that? Because we had a natural welfare system, you know, and then remember,
Mm-hmm.
and trees and plant life, they seed can spread and then more can grow. But mainly it's because we're helping each other out. It says, "If thou shalt not glean the vineyard, neither I'm sorry, and thou shalt not glean thy vineyard." You know, Esau has wine vineyards, and he make Issachar take up everything that's in there, man, so he can squish it and sell it. "Neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt not
Mm-hmm.
leave them." Let me read that again. I'm a little excited. "Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am Yahweh, Bashini Abashai, your God." So these things, again, this is like our natural welfare system that we have.
Mm-hmm.
These things were supposed to be left for the poor. And brothers be saying how in the hood there wasn't no trees. In the major cities where our people live at, there's not a lot of vegetation and fruit. Like you can even see one down here. That's because Esau don't want you to have nothing.
That's right.
It's unsustainable. And in fact, in the New World Order, planting seeds is going to be illegal. It's illegal now
Ooh.
in some states. You can't even. You're not even allowed to have a private garden in some states, man. And if you have a private garden in a new system, you're going to be taken out. And another thing is Esau with this so-called New World Order that he's setting up, these 15-minute cities, they're not going to have none of these things that we're talking about here. So you just going to live and die, be born, live, and die in a
Mm-hmm.
concrete 15-minute uh, radius. You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one over here was pretty interesting as well. It says trees reduce violent crimes. Well maintained neighborhoods and street trees are associated with improving the social capital and ecology of communities, reducing violence and aggressions in households and limiting criminal activity in neighborhoods. In
Mm-hmm.
one study, they found that when ash trees died off in Cincinnati, Ohio, due to the emerald ash borer, crime increased across the city. And
Wow.
as we're going into, man, you go to a neighborhood that's nicely manicured, like we spoke about. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't give you a sense of like, oh fuck this place. Like you want to be, you know, you want to keep it that way, right? Like the trees
Mm-hmm.
are nice. I'm not gonna just litter anywhere, and I'm gonna hold my garbage until I find a garbage can because this place looks nice, right? But you go to where Jake lives, like we're going into, where there's no trees, everything is just concrete. It looks like crap.
Mm-hmm.
The minds of the people are just like, oh fuck it, this place is a shithole anyway. Let's destroy it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it induces violence. It induces like a meaning of I mean an attitude of like fuck it. who cares about this place? Who cares if we rob somebody in this house or that one? Who cares? This is a shithole anyway. You
Yeah.
know?
It's a part of that mentality of the good life. You know, in this world, what do you associate with the good life? A nice big house in a nice area where trees and forests is, shit like that. Remember,
Hmm.
help trees help push forth life, not only what grows out of the ground, but even what's around it. Like you had said, and the thing you had read, you said that with no trees, it pushes violence, it pushes a lot of wild behavior, and people don't respect it. Well, the scripture
Hmm.
said Esau had a fatness of the earth, and he when we wouldn't, wherever we was going to be at, it was going to be terrible, you know. But with
That's right.
Esau, he has the fatness of the earth, so that's why he has these places with these farms and with these forests and with these trees and whatnot,
Con.
because it's for his life. He don't care about our life. You had something, brother?
Yeah.
Ariel?
Con. And
Oh,
part of my research that I did, out of the top 5 reasons we need trees, number 5 was actually ease the mind during stressful times. So that's trees are very important. They not only clean the air and whatnot, but like I said earlier, when you go to a park or a beach, you enjoy the trees, the cool breeze that comes from the trees. You see the birds, beautiful birds flying and landing in the trees. All of that makes you feel good. That de-stresses you, you know?
yeah.
That's
You look
right.
at you go to New York City, and yeah, can you go back up to that thing where you had read it about the violence? Bobby the shot. Yeah, read that again.
Kind of says, well maintained neighborhood and street trees are associated with improving the social capital and ecology of communities,
All right, so like,
reducing violence and aggression in households, and
hold up,
limiting
hold up,
criminal activity.
brother. It's a lot of meat in there.
Okay.
Stop
Yep.
it.
Salaki. You
Read
want me
that
to
again.
stop at the ecology?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Stop right there.
So it says, well maintained neighborhoods and street trees are associated with improving the social capital.
Yeah, and ecology of community. So here it is. Like I was about to use Central Park for example. Everybody knows Central Park. You know,
Con.
but where is Central Park situated? It's situated in an affluent part of New York City. You know, what is it? The upper east. I think it's like the upper side or something like that.
Upper East Side, I think it's
Upper
called.
east side. That's where you have all those museums at. You have all of these people getting money, the living good. So it's associated with that. Now it wasn't Central Park, wasn't always Central Park, but once they made it into a park, and they said the reason why the New Yorkers did that, or whoever established the Central Park did it because they went to other countries like France, and they would have these huge parks, and they were like these huge parks was associated with affluence, so they created Central Park. When you go to these
Hmm.
major cities where wealth is at, you always gonna find a big ass park. You know what I'm saying? And it's not illegal to be up in there, but that's not a place that Jake really get into like that. You know
That's
why?
right.
Because it's not associated with them. And it says,
That's right.
keep reading that, brother.
Hmm.
And real quick, some of the other benefits, that we just barely glazed over is if just looking at the trees, uh it improves your health. Like if we go up to where right here it says trees can help recover from illness. It says a view of trees can help hospital patients recover faster by reducing diagnostic blood pressure and stress. In fact, studies have found that 3 to 5 minutes spent looking at nature can help reduce anger, anxiety,
Wow.
pain. So imagine those people in New York City, in Manhattan, looking at Central Park. That's like it helps your mind. It helps your state of mind. While Jake in the fucking ghetto, man, all we see is concrete violence.
Yeah.
Things that are just self-destructive, man.
Hmm.
People in the corner selling fucking dope and doing wickedness, man.
Yeah. We
And I
live in
don't know. I don't know if you brothers remember this, Salakia. Well, Brother Gabar probably remembers it. Some years ago, you remember that Central Park jogger rape case?
Yeah, I remember that.
Now, at that time, Central Park was known as a fairly dangerous place, especially at night.
Yeah,
But they flipped that. They flipped it now. Now it's a place to go. It's supposedly safer.
yeah,
I'm sure there's a police presence
yeah,
always there, and of course the subject we're on, which we're talking about the trees. So now it's promoted as a nice place to go. But back then, that Central Park jogger rape case,
yeah.
hey, after when that case came out, nobody was going to Central Park because
Nah,
Jake, it was like I forget how many it was, but it was more than a handful of Jakes, and they would go to that park at night and be wicked as hell.
yeah.
Do drugs, sell drugs, rape. You know,
Well, you know the dude that had raped the woman, he was a Jake from Wayward Northern Kingdom guy, and the five Jake kids boys they got convicted of doing that when they didn't
hmm
do it, but
right?
was saying like they would take that opportunity because I think during that time they had a thing called wilding, where
Wilding, yeah, yeah, I remember that.
these
Yeah,
niggas would wait to the nighttime and go
yep,
wild. When doing that shit in the daytime, niggas would wait
yep.
till nighttime and just get wicked. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Yep.
like the brother said, like if that's why in the kingdom of heaven, our kingdom is gonna be beautified. The earth is gonna be beautified, bro. We literally
Absolutely.
gonna have trees with fruits on them, with birds in them, nesting in them. We're gonna have plant life. We're gonna have aquatic life. All of these things that Esau has destroyed, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have in a bountiful amount in the kingdom of heaven. And it's not just
Mm-hmm.
gonna be in Jerusalem, where where the capital is. No, it's gonna be everywhere Israelites live at. It's gonna be beautified like that. Why?
That's right.
Because promoting health. That's what I want to say. Promotes health. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have eternal life, but that don't mean that we just going to not promote health. Like they say in this world, health is wealth. And like we live in Hawaii, and some days, even when I take a drive, like on an H3, like it really helped calm me down. It soothes me. I love taking
Oh
that
yeah.
drive because I didn't grow up with that. I grew up in the hood, the ghetto. When I wake up,
Yeah.
I open up
Con.
the door in my apartment outside. I look outside. I'm seeing the mountain, bro. I ain't never seen
Con.
that shit. So it's crazy how like there's so many Israelites in this world that never even seen a forest or trees unless they got locked up and they had to go out of state or upstate to go to some type of reformatory or something. But
Con.
a lot of Jakes that to even be able to play in the dirt and play in the grass and climb a tree. We used to climb trees when we was kids. These
Yep.
kids ain't
Yep.
climbing no trees, man. Ain't no trees to climb, you know. And it's sad. It's sad because here it is. It says trees reduce violence. So that tells you that Esau wants to promote violence. He don't want to,
Absolutely. Yep.
especially where our people are at. You got it,
Yep.
brother.
Kind of says, reducing violence or and aggression in households and limiting criminal activity in neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
And our neighborhoods are filled with criminal activity. Because because that's what's promoted there. Ain't nobody ain't nobody. When you were a kid and you go to a nice big park. Let's say we had parks in the hood. You can't even have a park in the hood because niggas get violent. Like look at
Mm-hmm.
California. They niggas will take over a park and say this park belong to us. So only black people can barbecue here. Like
Yeah.
nigga, it's
Yeah.
created for the citizens, man.
Yeah.
You're a kid, you go to the park and have a picnic, man, with your family or a cookout with your family, and you see how happy the kids are just running around in the grass all day, you know, and they don't have that no more
That's
because
right. Yeah.
he don't care. It says
Oh,
activity and
Salakia.
activity in neighborhoods. And one study found that when ash trees died off in Cincinnati, Ohio, due to uh, something ash, uh,
Emerald Dash.
emerald ash, crime increased across the city, man.
Wow.
But then they'll put that on Jake like that's just natural born criminals. But in reality, is that it's not fostering life, man. You got it,
Yeah.
brother.
Right. I had a quick precept. This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his vows. And Esau, as we're going into, man, instead of having a kingdom where everybody's healthy, he promotes life, he does the other way around. He promotes, death, destruction, and
Mm-hmm.
he only promotes life amongst himself. And that's what's gonna be the key difference between our kingdom and the kingdom of the heathens, is that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, and the laws, we're gonna maintain a kingdom in righteousness, and not just for us, but for everybody, man.
That's right.
Everybody's gonna benefit from having Israel as rulers, man, because we're gonna follow the law, statutes, and commandments, which tell us about everything we're talking about. We're going into the benefit of trees. The elder mentioned how, in the scriptures it tells us to leave the fruit for the ones in need. So we're not gonna have homeless. We're not gonna have people in the corner, asking for food. Oh, I need some money for food, or anything helps. I need to eat. Like, nah, man. We're gonna have a kingdom, ordered in righteousness, man. And all of this is part of this is one of the many things that are gonna be fixed in the kingdom of heaven, man.
Hmm. Yeah. As part of my research, I did. I found out there's 13 major companies responsible for deforestation. I think I mentioned this Sunday in camp. And out of those 13 companies responsible, Esau is the CEO of nine. I believe it's nine. I know it's nine, but I believe it's 10 altogether out of those 13 major companies responsible for deforestation. And believe me, we know this devil knows the negative impact that trees have when you cut them down. When there's no trees in the neighborhood, he knows, because the scriptures tell us what he's wiser than Daniel. So he knows when this devil does something wicked, he knows the pros of it and he knows the cons of it. And if the cons outweigh the pros, like in this case with trees, he's all in. You know. I got another precept. I believe it's let's see. I got so many precepts. Oh, you brothers can go ahead and jump in
Yeah, this is
while I find this precept.
this is says America City in American cities inequality is ingrained in the trees. A new study finds that low income
Wow.
blocks have less tree cover and hotter average temperatures than high income ones. And that's why when they get hot in the hood, niggas go crazy, man. It says the amount of greenery on your street depends on the amount of green in your pockets. And this man, he's made everything a commodity, according to a new study.
Mhm.
You'd have hard luck trying to convince someone that trees are somehow biased. Their sprawling roots, awnings like leaves, and huggable trunks offer protection and solace to everybody and everything, big and small. For humans, they help clean our air and water, and offer cover in the summer from the blistering heat. But a new study published in the Journal of PLOS One shows that their distribution often depends on race and class as a result of exclusionary zoning laws, racial segregation, and a country's stark wealth inequality. And that shows you that it's not the tree's fault; it's Esau. It's like the brother had brought out the scripture earlier. The wicked, Job 9:24, the earth is
Mhm.
in the hands of the wicked, man. And this is what the wicked does. Okay, he make you pay for everything, and then he knows like the brother said, the cons of having this done.
Absolutely.
And our people are born with these cons every day. That's why the
Mhm.
ghetto's so hot. That's why the hood is so unstable. Beyond the curses, because we got curses, like the scripture says, that they forward the affliction, man.
Mhm.
You got it, bro.
I have that precept I was looking for. This Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 11, where Yahweh Hashem Hashai says, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." Now, there's three words in this precept that we know that describes Esau. He's wicked, so he's gonna get punished for being wicked in his iniquity. He's arrogant. I have the definition of that word arrogance here. It says a manifest feeling of superiority of one's worth or importance combined with the contempt of others. So he's arrogant, he's wicked, he don't give a damn about nobody, he don't give a damn about himself, you know. And but the Most High says here he's going to be punished for that because he thinks he's getting away with it because of his arrogancy, because of his proud, you know. But the Most High says, as we know, not only in this precept but in many other precepts, that he's going to be punished for that. He's not getting away with none of this wickedness, none of this iniquity. See, and again, this Isaiah 13 verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil. Who's ruling the world? Job 9:24. The wicked is the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, Salakia, and the wicked for their iniquity. We know iniquity is just wickedness, disregarding the law,
It's sin upon sin.
sin upon sin. You know, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And all this describes Esau. So he's not getting away with none of this. You know, he thinks he is, but he's not. So that's all I got on that.
It's Isaiah chapter 45, verse 18. For thus saith Yahweh Bashem Shai that created the heavens, the power himself that formed the earth and made it. He that established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am Yahweh Bashem Shai. There is none else. That's right. So, you know, Esau will tell you about climate control. Esau will mention things about how we need to reduce the carbon footprint and all this other stuff, and how it's affecting the earth, which we all, brothers are in the know, brothers that in the know, you know that climate change is nothing but a big hoax. You know, the earth is not warming up, and melting every goddamn thing. The earth was created to be inhabited, not only by men, but by the different ecosystems that the Lord created, because they all have their purpose. And Esau will tell you, no, it's too many trees over here. No, it's too many people over here. We got to destroy it, and we got to make this. We got to make that. We got to use up all the resources. He's the one that's chopping up the trees. And they'll manage these problems. It's climate control. It's humanity's problem to stop the deforestation. It's humanity's problem because we have a lack of resources. And it's not. It's Esau eating. He's eating the world up, man. He's openly destroying the world and then pushing that on other people, all right, and putting that on other nations, all right. Okay.
Yeah, this devil, this devil, real quick. He has something called Earth Day, Saturday, April 22nd. I remember I did a lesson on it. He has a day called Earth Day where you're supposed to celebrate and do things to improve the earth. But on the left-hand side, in the back room, he's doing things to destroy the earth.
Yeah.
See? Just wicked, just plain old wickedness. And that's why he's going to be destroyed. That's why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to get rid of him. Because I was thinking, I was like, man, can you imagine if Yahweh Shema Shai allowed this devil to live, say, even another 1,000 years?
We'd be done. The earth would be done. Ain't going to be no flesh to be saved.
It'd be nothing here. Yeah.
That's right. I have a precept here in Revelation 11 and 18.
I was just about to bring that up. You got it, brother.
Oh,
Yep, that's the one I have here too. Revelation 18, verse 19.
If you want to grab it up, well, you could break it down. I'll read it for you, Ariel.
Okay, con.
This is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
And who's destroying the earth? Esau, Edom. And the nations are even angry because they have to deal with this devil. And the wrath of Yahweh Bashem and Hashai is what's coming, And ultimately, give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, because we're the ones that's going through this, with this devil. We're the one having to deal with this devil, him destroying the earth, destroying the air, just being straight wicked. You see, and we're the ones that fear the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and ultimately, He's going to destroy them, which destroy the earth, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You know.
In a better aspect of understanding that precept, you would say the nations are angry that the Lord's wrath is coming, because see,
Con.
Esau hasn't prepared the nations for the Lord's wrath. He sold them a dream. He sold them a lie. He said, "Look,
Mm-hmm.
keep these Israelites at bay. You keep them in a perpetual state of sin. We'll always win as long as we come up over them, and nobody's going to overcome us." But he didn't tell. He's not warning the nations. Now the elite of these nations know what time it is, but the nations, they're going to be angry because the Lord's wrath has come. Because there's a precept that says the Most High is going to speak to these nations in His wrath. Was that in Revelation? Psalm chapter 2. It speaks about that. When the Lord speaks to these nations, He speaks to them in His wrath. He don't speak to them in His mercy. And it says,
Mm-hmm.
and that thou shouldest give a reward unto the servants, the prophets. What is that reward? First and foremost is salvation. Forgiveness
Con.
of sins is salvation. So that's the reward that the Lord's given us, and that's another thing that these nations are going to be angry about, because they're not going to be in a position of salvation. 2/3 of
Mm-hmm.
our people are going to be in that mindset because they're going to die in their sins. But chief of these nations is that that He should give a reward to the servants, the prophets, and the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. The brother
That's
mentioned
right.
that. He said that's us. You know what I'm saying? He says, Lord willing, we adore to the end. We're some of those men, the prophets. Not only are we going to enjoy the blessing and the reward, but also the Lord's saints, which is the rest of the 1/3. And them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them which destroyed the earth. They ain't talking about a Jake walking down the street throwing a plastic bag on the ground. Oh, you destroy the earth. No, that's talking about what this brother is bringing out, all this information about deforestation.
Mm-hmm.
Deforestation. That's just on one level. You know, if this man followed the land Sabbath, which he doesn't, you wouldn't have this problem.
That's right. That's right.
Man, he didn't constantly till the earth, and that's destroying the earth. When you constantly tilling the earth, you're destroying the earth, you're destroying the soil. Okay, so the Lord's going to destroy this man because Esau is destroying the earth on an industrial scale. You got it,
That's
brother.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I had a precept. This is Isaiah. I'm sorry, Ecclesiasticus chapter 14, verse 5. Sirach in the Apocrypha chapter 14, verse 5. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. That's right. Because when you do, Esau,
Wow.
he's destroying the earth like he don't have to live on the earth. He's destroying these trees like you don't have to breathe oxygen. Like you don't have to exchange the carbon dioxide that you're breathing out. You're destroying the earth like you don't need to eat anything that comes from these trees. I mean, this man charged you for every damn thing.
Everything.
Lettuce, all kinds of vegetables and fruits and shit. A lot
Water.
of stuff is free. If you were able to till a land and have your own garden and have your own plot of land, that stuff will be given to you for free because the Lord is giving it to us for free. He created it like that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't create it so that we had to, this guy Esau Edom has us living in a state of perpetual scarcity, man. So you like living in a famine. Before major famine hit, let you not have enough money to exchange for goods. You and your family will be in a fucking famine. You got people standing outside trying to get groceries from like food banks and shit. In the righteous society, you don't have no damn food bank. There was a food bank created for 7 years during the time of the years of 7 of plenty and the years of 7 of dearth during the time of Joseph under that Pharaoh, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that was a case by case. Famine was a case by case situation. You're supposed to have enough resources for everybody, and there are more than enough resources for everybody. To the point that this devil this man has natural seeds, not the GMO shit that we get. He has natural seeds. He got something called a seed bank, and that shit is buried underneath of the ground in these different bunkers and bases, so
Wow.
he could have the best of life, man. And then when the earth is destroyed, because he know a lot of the earth portions of the earth going to be destroyed, he think he gonna come out and sell these seeds. Or you want the good seeds, you got to come do what I want you to do. You got to bow down to me. I got to be your God. And he didn't create shit. He
Wow.
didn't create nothing. So again, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He ain't gonna be good to nobody. he destroy himself. The same water he got to drink is what he poisons with the brother. He got a lesson coming up on the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Now this nigga got there's a it's hard to find it on the internet, but there's a plot of trash floating. It's called the Pacific Trash Patch, something like that. That shit is bigger than the size of Texas, bro.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
trash in the water, and you can't blame that on Israelites that did that shit. It ain't us that went down there and said, "Yo, destroy that." You got animals with Well, I ain't gonna go too much into that because the brother
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of information on that. But the point of
Mm-hmm.
that is he destroys even stuff that he needs. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Verse 6. There is none worse than he that envies himself, and this is the recompense of his wickedness.
Wow.
And if he doth good, he doeth it unwilling. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness, because I guarantee you that Earth Day shit, that's a satanic day. It gotta be.
Gotta be.
Gotta be a satanic day, but worshiping it, calling it Earth Day. Now in America, Earth Day is not celebrated on a big scale, but in South America, they celebrate Earth Day down there, man.
Wow.
They celebrate whatever day you give them down there. So you got people going off on this day because Earth Day ain't a high holy day. All right.
Wow.
Got it, brother.
Yeah, I was looking at this because I had seen it on social media, man. They're creating these so-called robotic trees, bro.
What?
So it says robotic tree fights pollution with the strength of 368 trees. But they so-called claim, that it cleans the air and whatever, but
Wow.
it produces one benefit, but what about all the other ones that that come with the relieving of stress and all that stuff? And this is what Esau wants to bring to the world, solutions to the problems that he's created. But these solutions ultimately bring more death, because guess what? That thing has to emit radiation.
Oh, you
That
know
shit is
that.
depressing. Instead of looking at a nice tree and shit, and like looking at the breeze hitting it and moving back and forth the leaves, you looking at this fucking this structure, like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, that
You
metal.
know?
That shit don't because trees do more than just shaders and to change carbon dioxide into oxygen. It houses animals that take seeds and what's that other stuff? Pollen that pollinates other
Pollen.
birds
Mm-hmm.
pollinate fucking other trees, brother. You know what I'm saying? It creates growth. Like they pick up seeds in their wings too. So when they go fly somewhere else and them seeds drop, it can germinate in other places, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that with this metal contraption, man. But this
Nah,
is
you can't do that.
most high. He's trying to be the heavenly father, man. Saying that whatever he can contrive out of his wicked mind is better than what Yahweh Shai has already established. You wouldn't need
Wow.
a robotic tree to fight against pollution if you had natural trees, man.
That's
A
right.
robotic tree.
Fucking
God
he's
damn.
Come on, bro. That should make you mad, man. Piss you off.
Wow. I thought that was a 5G radar tower.
Yeah, I ain't know what the fuck with a battery in it, bro. Green goop. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that shit don't make you look at this shit. If you were put in a room and had to watch this shit for 20 hours, this should have killed you, bro.
Man, you
You'll
go
bug out.
crazy.
You go crazy, man.
that's right.
Wow. Yeah, there's so much there's so much information that I went into. Bruh, see this tablet? There's so much information I went into on deforestation. It's mind blowing, because there's one thing when you say this devil is cutting down trees, but when you get into the facts and the numbers, you know, it's wicked. It's just plain old wicked. You
Yeah,
know.
I got an article, brother. This article says right here, it says why deforestation means less rain in the tropical. It
Wow.
says a new study has uncovered that the forest loss and changing weather patterns in the world, three largest remaining tropical rainforests. It says the study published in the Journal of Nature last month found that clearing wide swaths of trees, what's known as deforestation, reduces rainfall in tropical rainforests, which actually generate their own rain. When it rains, trees soak up the use trees soak up and use the water. They then release the moisture both through evaporation and through their leaves. Remember, remember prior to the flood, we had something called the dew. So the different plants and grass, they had a natural. It'd be wet in the morning and it didn't rain. And I don't know if brothers ever been out. When I was in the military, we did PT. In the morning, the grass would be wet. And
Absolutely.
it didn't rain. You know what I'm saying? That's called a dew.
Yeah.
So it says, then they release the moisture both through evaporation and through their leaves. That humid air rises and it helps create clouds, which turn to create more rain.
Wow.
It's beautiful. That contraption that the brother showed earlier, that shit ain't gonna do none of this. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
None of that, yeah.
Wow, man.
It says
This devil.
this process is called precipitation recycling, and it accounts for up to 41% of the rainfall in the Amazon and up to 50% in the Congo. According to the study authors, when trees are cut down, it breaks this cycle, hampering the formation of rain and leading to drought. So you got man-made droughts happening. This man's a devil. Reduced precipitation recycling due to forest loss. The researcher says has grave repercussions for agriculture, hydropower generation, climate resilience, as well as the rainforest itself. And look what this man did. This is sad, bro.
That's ugly.
It's completely ugly. And
Ugly.
Lord knows all the animals and plant life that has been destroyed, animal habitats that have been destroyed because of this. For what?
Mm-hmm.
So you can have a Brazilian wood table for what?
Mm-hmm.
And Jake, they're none the wiser. They just looking for a job. You know, rangers cut down illegal palm oil trees within protected leisure ecosystem, rainforest in Ek province, Indonesia.
Wow.
Hey, look, they burning them shits, man. A firefighter works to put out a large forest fire in Porto Joref, Brazil. You know,
And what that does too, a lot of these, when they do this deforestation, they cause a lot of these animals that are in these forests to go extinct, you know,
Yep.
because without the trees, they don't have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run to, you know, and it's just all bad. It's just all bad. That's why this dude got to be destroyed, man. That's why the Most High is gonna get rid of him, because he's, as the topic says, he's the destroyer of the earth. You know, destroyer of the earth. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
you got anything else, brother?
no, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got a lot of numbers, statistics, but that's neither here nor there. You know, so that's pretty much it.
I typed up forest monitoring design action. So monitoring design. They give these websites.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do about with the Global Forest Watch? You wouldn't have to have this if Esau wasn't destroying shit.
Mm-hmm.
The brother brought this out. How many trees?
15.3 billion.
That's
Yeah.
a lot. And even during Christmas time, the fir tree catch hell, man. The fir tree catch hell across the world, man.
And remember this too. Remember this too. I always say this when I'm doing lessons about the media and what the media reports. If this devil says 15.3, it's probably 100.3
Yep.
because who controls the media? Esau Edom. So he's not going to give you the truth. He's going to give you just enough for somebody to read it, and that's it. But he's never going to give you the true numbers. And I learned that when I was in the military too, when I was stationed on Schofield. Anytime we saw the numbers, the real numbers, they only gave you a portion of the real numbers. So if he says 15.3 billion, it's probably 2 to 3 times more than that.
Yeah,
You know?
and then like America was deforested. That's how you got these cities, and that's how you got these places in America.
Mm-hmm.
This place
Mm-hmm.
before Esau came, it was a paradise, bro. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and his dude cut down all the trees. You ever watch what New York City looked like before?
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
see what New York looked.
Before it became the city. You know?
So this is a picture or a rendition of what New York City looked like prior. This is it says this before and after cities right here. It's a video. And you see swaths of land and swampland, rivers. And then look what it got turned into, something dead, death. It was teeming with life until Esau came. See, it says, here are some of the most prevalent effects of deforestation in the United States: loss of biodiversity and habitat destruction. Forests are home to a rich variety of plant and animals. Deforestation disrupts ecosystems, leading to the loss of the habitats and the endangerment or extinction of numerous species. But then Esau would have a list called the endangered species list. But why is it endangered? It's because of you, man.
Because of you.
It ain't because of us. We ain't do none
What
of that
the
shit.
fuck? Oh man, this devil got to go.
We ain't had no hand in none of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it got the different percentage: 35% in Hawaii, 35% in Alaska, 60%, 70%. This man has destroyed the earth, bro. He has been a walking tornado. He is a human plague, and he must be stopped.
Hey, I remember I stayed on Hilo. I stayed in Hilo, one of the outer islands, for a month, and I stayed in this cottage. And right across the street was this huge tree. And I would always look out the window and see people picking stuff off the ground. But I didn't know, I'm a city dude. I didn't know what they were picking up. So the owner of the cottage, I asked him one day, I said, hey, I keep seeing people pulling up and pulling over and picking up stuff off the ground. What are they picking up? And he said, oh, that's a huge banana tree. And it was a huge tree, and I guess the bananas were falling on the ground. And cars were always pulling up 24/7, pulling over, picking up stuff. He said, yeah, that's a huge old banana tree. And the bananas fall off the ground, and people just come over and scoop them up.
And that's life.
That's life.
They got mango trees out here. People be stealing people's mangoes
Yep.
off their and shit. But they kind of let you do it. Like, as long as you got like a stick, you don't come on the property, you got a stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they do that, man. Imagine if we had that in the hood. Imagine if we had that.
Man.
Bro, well, one thing, the banana business would be out of commission.
Yeah. And I said to him, you don't mind if they pick up the bananas? He said, nah, I don't care. People have been doing that for years.
Yeah,
you know.
And it ain't a problem. And if he chooses to sell it at a little market, he can do that. If not, he can continue to allow people to have it for free.
Yeah.
But see, Esau don't want that. Esau, that goes against the system. You had free orange trees. You have free banana trees, mango trees. Brother, if you had mangoes, bananas, and oranges, you can make a fruit salad and you'll be full for the day. And it promotes health. You get natural health benefits from that.
That's right. That's right.
That's that, brother. I ain't had nothing else.
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick in South America, bro. Sometimes there's places where the hunger is so bad and like people can't get money and shit, like the homeless and whatnot. And people are already jacked up out there, like the average person. That Jake in the streets, they be fucking inhaling. There's like this glue, and they put it in a paper bag, and when they're hungry and can't get nothing to eat, they fucking put that glue in the bottom of the paper bag, like inside, and then they inhale that shit.
Wow.
And supposedly it takes the hunger away for like the whole day, man. So
Damn.
like that type of problem is again linked to Esau just being wicked, man. Because just how he does it here, he does it in our, I mean, in the countries where Jake live at, man. He creates these cities, destroys the foliage, only puts out male trees, so that the people don't have food, man.
Wow.
And then what do our people resort to drugs, to a bunch of other things, man. So yeah, man, Esau.
That's all I have, brother.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, close it out, brother.
So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and showed how wicked this dude is, and most importantly, magnified and glorified the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors and blessings again for our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings for the elect of the nation of Israel. Lord willing, on to the next one.
On to the next.
Shalom.